by playing from behind, what I mean is they have control of the lane. They have control of the matchup. They have control of everything. And you just have to play it from like giving up control and just playing not to survive, but just looking for these small windows that you can dash in aggressively. And I really love this because I feel like in low elo there are so many cases where your support is not doing the right thing and you have to look for these small openings. Okay, we take the wave, fight on the river. What's going on, guys? Besides here, and today we're going to take a challenger Korean and we're gonna analyze his decision making and exactly how he plays, why he does certain things, and how you can use these things in low elo as well. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you didn't do it already, it's absolutely needed for you because you don't want to miss out any bit of content from this AD carry specialized channel. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna analyze, but I could do Viper, I could do Hive, I could do like Smash, I could do Guma, I could do a lot of people that are already known, but I'm like, okay, let's try to take one guy that is not so known. So what did I do? I took this guy called Bum, and he's kind of decent, not gonna lie. He's kind of decent, not gonna lie. He's obviously challenger, so this is the guy. We're gonna see his OPGG very soon. He is challenger. He is challenger for a while, as we can see, like a few seasons in a row. Yeah, his win rate is quite good, and he is at the moment ranked 63 on AD carry. He does play a lot of AD carries, as we can see. So let's see this bada bum, bada boom, baba boom in actions. Let's see what you can use in your gameplay, and let's see what you can't use in his gameplay. So let's take a look at this. So he plays Lucian with Pantheon. I mean, Pantheon versus Spike. I don't even know what to say because they're both super aggressive champs. I think Pantheon is better into Pyke, but I think if Pyke is better, he can also win the matchup. So it's a bit of a like 55-45 matchup. And then it is Lucian against Jhin. And oh, actually, I didn't see it's Pays on Jhin. Okay, this guy was Gen G AD carry last year, so he's fucking good as well. And bada bam, bada boom, he's against him. I don't know, man, if you can beat Pays. Obviously, he's gonna go plat AD here. He goes for Jack of all trades because he actually takes different. Like he's gonna build different stuff. He's gonna build like haste. He's gonna build AD. He's gonna build crit. He's gonna build a lot of other things on Lucian. Cut down, which is standard. Alacrity, which is I think standard. I think some pro players prefer Bloodline actually because you don't really get a lot of lifesteal on this champion. But yeah, I mean, how is he gonna play? Honestly, I think Lucian is a lot weaker than Jhin early game. After level 3 you can trade, but Jhin should always get pushed, and I think if Jhin gets pushed, Pyke should stay into the brushes. So I think it is pretty hard to play level 1 unless Pace is gonna fuck up, which I don't think he will. I think he's gonna be quite good. I don't think he can start anything. He can probably start W to farm a W. He can also Q to the minions. He can be fine in some situations, but they need to just wait, so we can see that both of them wait. They have to be super careful of this brush. It is challenger and this is Korea, so okay, so Pace is gonna go out to the brush, hit this minion. Gets the push. I don't think you can contest with yeah, especially after Jhin Qs the wave like that, you cannot actually get the wave. So he gets the minion, he starts Q, he tries to Q to the minion, but I don't think he's gonna contest. It's just not possible. It's just not possible because if Jhin is human and he gets pushed like he exactly did right now with the Q, it's so hard to play. Auto attack Q on the Jhin, tries to get double auto attack on the Jhin right there beautifully. I like the bada boom trading right here. I really like how he plays. It just feels like he understands really well support, which I see a lot of AD carries they don't do. Like if support matchup is like this, then obviously you just back off. The Pyke has brush priority, and let's see how he farms. So he gives up that minion. He takes this minion. Okay. A lot of people asking, bro, what can I do if I'm getting pushed into the tower and there's like nothing I can do? Well, just farm and wait for an opening. What are you gonna do? You're just playing like a worse matchup. So let's see bada bam bada boom what he's gonna do. Let's see. So he just plays very reactive, but I think from level 3 it's not gonna actually continue to be like that. I think he can Q to the minion. And I subjectively think Project Lucian is not the best skin on him. Invest his E. Easy is like 20 seconds. Ooh. But I actually like this. So he used his E and he didn't immediately hit this minion. He actually went on the Pyke and he went for a super good trade. Remember that, okay, listen, the cooldown of the Lucian dash is reduced by 1 second whenever Lucian hits an enemy. And if he does hit an enemy with the passive, it's basically 2 auto attacks. But remember that if you hit a champion, it's 2 seconds for each hit, right? So it's like 4 seconds. So here, he reduced his cooldown a lot with his E. That was micro gap right there, true. Are you an AD carry main who feels like no matter how well you play, win the lane, make good decisions, play mechanically well most of the times, but you still have no real impact? You crush it one day, win 5 games in a row and feel unstoppable, but the next day you lose every single game and start doubting yourself. Am I even a good AD carry? What can I do if enemy top lane and mid lane are so fed? Imagine a world where you never let a lead slip away. You know exactly how to push your advantage, exactly when to rotate at the right time, and how to control objectives so you can snowball the game. A world where as AD carry you don't feel forced to make risky plays and you don't drop your lead. But you don't have to imagine it, you can make it a reality. This is Martin. He was grinding games, watching guides and trying his best, but none of it seemed to work. The problem? He was focusing on the wrong things. You don't improve just by playing more games, you improve by fixing the small mistakes that cost you wins. And that's a problem that most AD carry face. From Platinum 3 to Diamond in 2 months. Billy found himself making the same mistakes over and over again, engaging at the wrong time, or mispositioning in teamfights, dying for no reason, and he even knew some of the mistakes, but he didn't know how to fix it. He would find himself guessing what to do next, unsure whether to push, rotate, or fight, while feeling completely lost in the mid-game. Now, he knows exactly what to do at every stage of the game, and his results speak for themselves. Silver to Emerald in a month. Shaquille went from Diamond 4 to Challenger. Alex went from Gold to Grandmaster, and they are not alone. They are part of a growing community of over 3,254 players who have taken coaching and transformed their gameplay. But here is the truth. This was not overnight, and it was not effortless. Shaquille spent 2 years grinding to reach Challenger, not by playing more, but by playing smarter. Alex dedicated 26 months refining his skills and climbing to Grandmaster once he started focusing on what actually matters. So no, this is not a one session and you'll climb instantly, promise. If you're looking for that, if you're looking for a shortcut, this isn't it. But if you're willing to put in the time, willing to put in the effort, apply the right mindset and focus on the details that actually matter, this is the proof that coaching actually works. You're closer to being a great AD carry than you think. Most players just need to uncover what's actually holding them back. That's it. You could keep grinding, watching random guides and hoping for progress, but how much time will you waste before realizing something is missing? You could finally find the real mistakes that have been keeping you stuck and start making real progress. You have already put in the effort. Now let's make sure it pays off. Book your coaching session now at bizaz.com. That was micro gap, honestly. He moves on the left as well. Like, I really like this micro adjustment. Like, he plays on the right, but the moment Ivern is here, he just moves on the left in case we actually flash with Pantheon over the wall and try to do something. You play on the left, but you don't want to make it obvious that you're getting ganked, so he's gonna click here. Obviously, enemy, they actually don't know that this is happening, but Lucian is trying to mind game them. Bada boom, bada boom. Q to the minion on the pike. Let's see. So he goes W level 3. Usually you can go Q, but in this case, I mean, he's probably just wanting to get as many spells as possible. So he can proc his passive as much as possible for the Z to come back. Good word. Auto attack Q. If you're in a pushing / control position, you can go 2 points Q level 3, but he's not. He's just into farming to survive position. I like how he plays on the left and then tries to play on the right. It is very difficult to play against the spike because you can't really face check the brush, that's why. Okay, EQ, go on the pike. He actually goes on the Jhin here. I think he dies. I really love the flash right behind the minion right there on the Millicin. Yeah, it's super hard. This is kind of case where it's like you have a bad support or a support that is getting gapped. But I mean, he's gonna stay here. They don't even see him. They don't even see him. He has to stay because he has enough HP and he wants to take the minion. I'm wondering if he's gonna freeze or if he's gonna like stop a recall of the Jhin because Jhin has to be there, right? Oh, never mind. Pike is there. So he could just recall here. Yeah, great. He went in a position where he's Fog of War, so they don't actually see that he's recalling there. And in this case, he actually knows that one, Pike is gonna wait. Like, if you try to take these minions, you need to push another wave. the Jhin already recalled. He's in base. He's gonna buy pretty fast. So one, the time that you actually take pushing this wave and pushing the next wave is a lot, especially because the next wave, as we can see right here, it is cannon. Second of all, Pyke can actually play with the wave a lot because he can stay here and he can E over the wall and he can come back to the wave as well. Let's see, like he can pull the minions a lot. So the time that you push here is just so high, like it's so long, and he knows that if he recalls, Jhin is here, right? Now he didn't lose anything and the wave is coming into him. Usually, if you're in a position like this and you have enough time to push, you should always push. You should always push. But he doesn't have enough time to push because pay attention where is Jhin already. Jhin is already like out of the base, like close to one tower. This is a cannon wave. His items are pretty bad. And Pyke is also here to freeze. So this is a good wave state. Like, this is a good position to recall, especially because this is a bigger wave than this. So wave is going to sit here for a while. So very good recall right there for him. I like it. Bada bam, bada boom. Yeah, I think if you play with a bad support, you should really like a lot. Like you should really learn from him, because it really feels like he's kind of playing safe. I feel like Pyke was kind of gapping the Pantheon early on, but he's not playing too safe. Like he's also taking trades. It's that like sweet spot where he doesn't play too safe, he doesn't play too aggressive, but he knows really easily how to adapt with the support that is like having a worse support than the enemy. So this is what I like, because a lot of people are crying and yapping about, yeah, but you know, when I have a bad support, I can't play. Like, you're just fucking bad, bro. You're just bad. Just learn to play better. Like, all I'm saying is, like, it's not impossible with a weak support to win, you know, the lane. Even the lane, but the game. Because sometimes you can't win the lane. I really like this. Look at this. So he stays behind the minions. The Pyke is threat. Pyke has 9 seconds on the hook. We get hooked. We stay here. He has hook. We respect. After the hook, he immediately walks up because there is no threat. There is no click behind. See that? How beautiful he played. How beautiful he played, and fundamentally correct. Beautiful. Very, very, very nice. Just beautiful. And now he's actually gonna keep the wave in the middle. I think they want to contest the river, honestly. Otherwise, I don't see a reason why you'd not let the wave come into you. He actually wants to get hooked. Do you guys see that? Do you guys see that here? He actually wants to get hooked. He goes on an angle where he wants to get hooked, because he knows that if he gets hooked, the Jhin is gonna lose his HP. This is why also Pyke doesn't actually hook here, because both junglers are bot lane. But if he gets hooked, he has barrier and he has dash. He can easily outplay the Pyke hook, right? So here he plays super aggressive on the pace. Pace has to push this really fast. Can also use his E, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. He's gonna tank the W of the Jhin. Pace doesn't need to push. Okay, he needs to, but it's only if Lucian allows him. Auto Q on the minion. Okay, Lee Sin is bot lane. Yeah, that's huge. That's actually huge. Better support or what? That was just unlucky. He's gonna stay because he's not diveable. He'll take the minions. I'm just thinking... I don't think he's gonna get dove. Or? Ah, no counterplay. No counterplay, honestly. Lee Sin played it really well. He didn't give him a chance. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna get. So he's gonna get pickaxe, longsword, and he gets refillable potion. I also love refillable potion because it's many cases where you get chunked, or even when you all in, you get chunked. And then if you have that refillable potion, you can just get like back up like pretty fast. So this is why I actually like the refillable potion purchase. Okay, so this is a slow push. Pantheon is top lane. There is no reason to push. You can't recrush it in time. And now we need to push this very fast. He's pinging assistance here because he needs the help of the guy. He's walking up to contest the wave, the pink ward. Beautiful dodge. Yeah, Pyke should not be able to contest this. He has dash on Lucian. If he plays a champ without dash, it's quite greedy what he does. So this is a slow push into him. Yeah, this Pyke really wants this ward. I really like that Lucian tries to contest it. Okay, we force a trade there because the wave is not in a good position. And then now, are we gonna give the wave? I think he should push first. Q on the minion, take this wave pushed in. Yeah. And he can ulti soon here. He's Is he gonna open into mid? No, he's just gonna actually go forward. So this wave is coming into him. He's slightly behind in CS. Okay, this is a little bit crazy, not gonna lie. Like, you don't know where is Lee Sin, and you do this. Like, your jungle is actually is actually top. Paze is backing up. I guess actually Paze kind of showed it. Like, he queued W on the minions, which means like he showed a sign of my Lee Sin is not behind me. I'm gonna back up because I don't know where is your Ivern. And here, what we see Lucian doing, he actually mind game. He walked up here. And Paze is still staying for the ward. Usually, when Paze is doing this, like when Jhin is doing this, Lee Sin is behind him. But Lee Sin actually pets towards top. I think also Lucian tries to mind game him. I think both AD carries, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to make each other think that their jungle is behind them. Which no one is taking the bait because we take ping for ping. Jhin is playing super aggressive. And now a fight is actually going to happen. It's a little bit of a flip. In low elo, I wouldn't do like what Lucian did. And what Jhin did, because in low elo, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna get hooked and you're gonna get engaged, and maybe Lee Sin will be behind. So, yeah, this mind game is a bit hard to execute in low elo. Ooh, what? Just like that? Crazy. Bada boom, bada bam. Okay. But why is he recalling here? What? Why is he recalling? Because the Jhin is gonna push this wave, and you can easily get the wave and recall on the next wave, no? You're on V2. The tempo of Pyke is super low. I think this is a mistake. Like, you know Lee Sin is dead. Pyke just respawned. I guess he's overestimating Pyke how fast he can be on bot lane. But he could easily take this wave, and after you take this wave, you recall like now. You don't even push this wave, because then Pyke can be back to bot. But yeah, I guess he just lost the wave, and a little bit from the tower from this. Yeah, I personally feel like he wasn't focused here. He did actually, he forgot about the tempo of the Pyke. And now he needs to push because something happens on the river. So this game is about playing with fundamentals, playing from behind, kind of, because he, like, by playing, okay, see, he has the item, so he pushes and recalls. By playing from behind, what I mean is they have control of the lane. They have control of the matchup. They have control of everything. And you just have to play it from, like, giving up control and just playing, not to survive, but just looking for these small windows that you can dash in aggressively. And I really love this because I feel like in low elo there are so many cases where your support is not doing the right thing and you have to look for these small openings. Okay, we take the wave, fight on the river. Moves instantly. Why is he moving instantly and he doesn't push first? Because there is nothing to push. The next wave is very far away, so you can move immediately. Also, the Jhin and Lucian, they are not far away from each other, so the distance between him and the fight is actually quite little, quite low, which means you can actually move right away right there. So he moves. He's gonna take the flash of Jhin. Yeah. I really like that Jhin actually flashed instantly. He didn't let him to take any HP from him, because if, like, what's happening is that this fight is gonna be over and Lucian is gonna push, so you wanna make sure you're not diveable against Ivern, especially because Pyke and Nivea are dead. So now you wanna flash so you can conserve your HP. You don't wanna lose any HP. Just for that, you want to still be able to catch the wave from the tower. But Lucian played this super well. And I think here, is he gonna stay for Drake? I think he could just go bot. Maybe stay until like 3k? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He doesn't need to stay like a lot. And now I'm wondering if he's gonna like push this wave, because I mean, other people would say, like, what are you doing? Right? Like, they will say like, just don't push. Like, it's freeze. But Jhin is low. You can easily push this and take plates. Every time when you can take plates and you can pressure, it's better than, you know, freezing. As long as it's safe. And now he's gonna perma push. Ivern is gonna play bot, and now we can just fight. Bada ba bada boom. Dar sunt curios, există meciuri pe care le pierzi doar din cauza că nu ai micro bun? Da, sunt, de ce nu? Da. Nu prea, sincer, doar dacă ești challenger. Că dacă tu ești emerald sau diamond și... clar că nu o să ai macro. Clar că o să faci greșeli de macro. Okay, so now he pushes because Jhin just recalled. And I'm wondering, so Jhin is actually, should be around here, I think. Ooh, does he have boots? Yeah, okay, never mind. So then he can't really stay for the tower. He needs to recall second brush. The reason why he recalls second brush is because he knows that Pyke is in... he would always check the first brush. So here it's either second brush or this brush. Also the Jhin W range is... He knows that it might, actually he might try. Now he actually opens mid because Nico goes bot. Yeah, unfortunately this you can't really apply in low elo. Because your Nico will never like understand this tempo. So we recall. And on this wave, she actually went back to bot lane. Yeah, that's smart. But again, in low elo, it won't happen below Masters. So now we just play for Herald because Lucian is strong. Compared to Nico, Nico also FTP. So just push this, we FTP advantage on Nico. We hover, and this should be free. Like we take this. We're not gonna get push mid. I wanna see how Paze moved here actually. Because he pushed and he moved on to mid. He sees Nico bot lane and he didn't actually stay on bot lane. He moved to mid lane. And Anivia doesn't have TP bot, so we're basically giving up bot tower. I think we give tower because we don't have TP on top or Anivia. So we really want to get the void grabs. I mean, I guess void grabs on Ambessa is quite decent and also on Pantheon with Lucian. So he prioritizes this. If I'm low elo as Jhin, I will not do this. I will not do this. I will just stay bot and catch the wave because what can happen in low elo is that you're gonna move mid, and first you're gonna tilt your mid lane. Second, if Lee Sin doesn't actually start, oh actually no, it's not grab. Sorry, it's Herald. If Lee Sin is not here and he like keeps farming or does something stupid, he's just wasting his time. He's wasting your time as well, and you're gonna lose bot. So it's much better to just stay bot and just farm. But I mean, at this point, they just really prioritize the Herald, especially because Jhin can't really. Realistically speaking, match Nico. Or he could clear the wave. Yeah, so I think this is a little bit of an iffy call. Not gonna lie. Nico TP'd. It's a big fight. And remember, it is Korea. People really like to fight, as you can see. Yeah, it's just over. I've never seen that before, bro. I have absolutely never seen that before. It's very crazy. It's very crazy because they fight 24/7, no? If I'm fed like 5-0, it's a good idea to go mid to fight for objective. What do you think in Master Elo? I mean, it depends. If your mid lane goes bot and you're super strong, it might be a good idea, yeah. But it also depends on who is mid. Because if it's like a Syndra that is like 3-4-0 and you're 5-0 as well and she's the same, and you know that by going mid lane you're gonna die. But I guess in Master Tier Elo you're gonna have a support with you. So the decision is definitely optimal, Jun. The decision is definitely optimal because you're gonna have human on support. You're Master, so it's not that low elo, so we expect jungle playing around you and support, especially because you're strong. It is low Master probably the rank you are, so still I would say from High Master I would start trusting more players, High Master to Grandmaster. But I think you can easily do it in Master as well. I think it's a correct move, yeah. Yeah, so this game was really about doing the correct thing. Because he's 0-2, but I really don't feel like he's useless. I really feel like he's always where he should be. Like even when he clears this wave, you see how he hovers his team. Look. Just beautifully. Beautifully. And then now Jhin pushes mid. We need to react to wave mid again. We go back to mid. We push this. We deep push this. Can you say when it's better to start Lucian on Q or W? W is typically better when you can just play for poke, usually when you have Nami, or you play from distance. Q is better if you can get control of the lane. In most cases, Q is better because you can Q through the minions and you can also use Q to push. But W is most likely better with Nami / Milio. It just is here. We react. Like, it's all about reacting. Look at him. He's always getting pushed in. He's always reacting. He's always... But now, place around his jungle. We don't need to contest there. We take this. We stay on the left. We take the wave. I don't think you can take tower because they will be finished the Drake by the time that you want to take tower. And then we just probably take Raptors or recall depending on... Okay, he's 1000 gold. Yeah, we play for Raptors. I don't think he can take them, but we have push top. If you need to get push Q, and if we get push regardless W, not really, because if you get push regardless, then it's better to just Q through the minions with the Q. Yeah, it's easier to poke. W is more cooldown, right? Also more mana. I think that only with Nami you start W, honestly, in this meta. Q is just better for most cases, I think. Ooh. 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 Okay. It's 9-11 score. Is he gonna push recall? There's no reason to recall. Ah, he has item. Would I recall here if I have item in Challenger? Because in Bronze I would do it, in Emerald I would do it because I have item. I don't give a shit about these fuckers. But in Challenger, if there's Atakan up, we can take push top. Most likely someone is gonna push top. We can get a catch, we can get vision, and Jhin is dead. We should use the tempo that Jhin is dead to push something. So, yeah. I knew it, man. I knew it. There's no reason to recall, even if you have item. And then he recalls. Yeah. Because now Jhin respond. There is no reason to take this wave. Everyone recalls. That's a Challenger AD carry right there, decision making. You guys see how subtle League of Legends is? It's pretty subtle because every decision you need to take a lot of things into consideration, and maybe most importantly you need to take into consideration, will my teammates play around me? Because a lot of decisions can be changed based on the rank. Most of them no, but that decision, like what we just saw on the screen. You have 2k gold, would you recall? Mostly in low elo you would always recall. But in a high elo game where you have tempo because you kill someone, you can always consider staying. Just beautiful. And some of you would say that, bro, he didn't do shit in this game. This solution was so bad. How is he Challenger? I'm like, he did a lot. Like, judging on what? He never had push, he never got control of the lane, he never was in a position to like snowball his lead. He was basically playing with like a support, like he had a support in the early game that is weaker than Pyke, or at least I think Pyke played a little bit better in the very early game. And he adapted very well. Deci trebuie să te adaptezi și la rankurile în care joci? Da, într-un fel, da. Într-un fel, da. Da. Well, you need to adapt to the rank you play, but the thing is, you need to first have some fundamentals. Because there is no adapting, like, for most people, like, of course, this guy is adapting, like, I don't know, I really don't know what examples to give you, but, like, this is my account, and I have 490 LP at the moment, not good, not bad. I play with Grandmaster, I play with decent players, right? Like, this is the last guy I played with, yesterday. He's decent, he's Challenger, whatever. Like these people, they will adapt. Master, Grandmaster, they will adapt. But if you're Emerald and you're thinking about adapting, or you're low diamond and you're thinking about adapting, you are not adapting, brother. AO West leaderboard. OPGG. If you are below Diamond 2, there is no adaptation for you in most cases. You need to know your shit. You need to know fundamentals. Because if you're below Masters, and most likely if you're below Grandmaster, your fundamentals are shit. And I will tell you that. And probably you're like, oh no, I'm so good, you know, my fundamentals are no shit. Not really. If they were good, then you wouldn't be in the elo. Like look at this guy, for example. He's Emerald 1, he picked Diamond 1. He's 50% win rate. This guy needs help. People like him with 48, 49, 50, 51% win rate, 50, even 52% win rate, they need help because they are not going to improve very much. We see that on every single champion other than his one trick, he's so boosted. He has like negative win rate. So he just needs help. Like he wasn't really improving very much. He was Diamond 3 in 2022 and now he's Emerald 1. And from my estimation, he's probably like around Diamond 3, Diamond 4 anyways. So he needs help. He needs to either watch education content, maybe watch his gameplay, but most importantly, ask for help because the brain, the mind that created the mistakes can't see how the mistakes can be fixed, can't see the solution. Like if I did a math test and I got a 5 out of 10, if I'm gonna review it and I'm gonna correct it, I'm not gonna get a 10 out of 10 because I don't know the right answers. That's league as well and doing a review by yourself. So this is why if you're below masters and you are having 50% win rate, 51% win rate, 49% win rate, if you really want to learn, if you truly want to get better, guys, go to pizza.com, book your coaching session. Absolutely amazing, and it will help you so much to improve at the game. Because this game, it's not about adaptation for most of you. That's the truth reality. It is about being, well, having the fundamentals first, you know? When Navori or Infinity or Illusion, think if you're super ahead, Infinity Edge, and if they're super squishy. But mostly if you need to kite, I think I would go Navori. Like here, the Lee Sin is quite tanky. Rumble, Anivia, yes, Porch of Nature, Navori is most cases, I think. Și când trebuie să sparghiși de win rate, de exemplu, dacă ar avea 50% în Emerald ar fi rău, depinde în câte jocuri. So win rate is subjective, it depends on how many games. But if you have more than 100 games and you have like average win rate, then it's not always gonna be good. But if you have 10 games, 20, 30, 40, 50 games, I think below 100 games, win rate doesn't really matter that much. Because there are these people that they get like 60% win rate in a rank and they're like, bro, I got master tier with 60% win rate in like 100 games. And I'm like, okay, but now you have 800 games and you're still masters. Bro, you're not good, you know? I'm like, it doesn't matter that you got, like, I can get master with 80% win rate. But if I'm gonna get master, like, keep staying master, then I'm still masters, right? If you have BF, you go Infinity Edge, I think. Yeah, it just depends on how ahead you are, I think. And the comp, because in this comp, I don't think Infinity Edge is good, because you just need to kite a lot with Navori. Because Navori is reducing the cooldown by 15%, right? And against Lee Sin that has pretty much tankiness, especially with this Thunder Sky, you have Forge of Nature and Anivia. It's a bit iffy. Okay, but I'm thinking, why is he staying here? Because he has 800 gold. So he fought here. He fought there. Now he has 1.1k gold. He takes the Gromp, which I would not recommend when my people are pushing. In low elo, getting camps. It's fine if no one... If this guy wasn't pressuring mid, I mean, you can take camps, but usually in cases where they are pushing mid, you should also look to hover, because in low elo there are a lot of fights that are random, and taking 50 gold because you got the Gromp is quite bad, right? So be careful when you're taking camps, only when it's free. So he got this guy, and kind of annoying that we don't get any kill, but that's another story. This guy inted here. We push this and we have 1.6k gold. So I think now he's actually thinking that he needs a bit more for the item. He's calculating that he can sell this for like around the 200 gold. So he has like 1.8k right now. So he's thinking, hey, if I'm gonna get this, and then what? I also got Drake because Jin is dead. And after I got Drake, I need a little bit more for the Infinity Edge. Okay. Can you use this in low elo? Infinity LOL wiki. How much does he need? Because that's important. That's really important. So it's 3450 minus 600 minus 875. How much is it? He needs 1975. Okay. So when he stays here, so he takes that kill, he takes mid, he needs 1975. So now he has 1627. You shouldn't stay. Usually you shouldn't stay because you need 300 gold. It's too much. But in this case, Rumble is dead. We have people dead. So there is nothing really happening on the minimap. But usually if there are like people pressuring the map and they want to get vision and I have so much gold, I recall, I get BF sword and I come back in the lane. In this case, there is nothing really happening on the map. So we just take this. After we take this, we got a good catch on Jhin. So he's like, I'm not really going to even take this wave. I'm going to take Drake because Jhin is dead, Rumble is dead, they don't have TP. Let's see. We take this. And now he's thinking, okay, but he has item. Why doesn't he recall? He has item if he just sells this. Ah, but he's thinking like, hey, they have Pyke, they have Lee Sin. I don't really... I mean, he really values his HP. So he's like, if Jhin is still dead, why don't I just get mid push? But this is so subtle because if Jhin was alive, there is no reason to get mid wave. Because if Jhin is here, Jhin will collect the wave, and when you recall, actually they will all go for vision. They will take vision, heal, they will regain vision for the Nash, and it's gonna be quite bad. So he's thinking about all of these things. Usually you just sell the blade, but in this case, since Jhin died on mid lane, we take this and we recall instantly. This doesn't actually result into anything because enemy can't get so much vision just because Lucian is in time to actually get the wave. See this? So now we get it, and now we can actually slowly go for it. He also knows that they don't have a fast Baron. Anivia full tank with Forge of Nature's second item is not like a champion that can do Nash, right? Jhin doesn't really do anything. Like, how does it do Nash? I mean, 4 auto attacks, right? Lee Sin, Rumble is not so fast. Maybe Rumble is fast. I don't even know. Is Rumble fast doing a better Nasher? Probably not. I mean, he's anyway side lane. Yeah, so he thinks about all of this. How do I think like this? What the fuck? Jeremiah, you shouldn't really think about it. That's what I'm saying. If you're below master tier, you should just really focus on the very fundamental, simple things and just master these things. Because these people, they really master these things. This is why coaching is great for you. Because coaching is going to make you have a base. Like, I can show you people that play like, they played 8 months the game. 8 months of the game. Like Vasco, this guy, he played 8 months the game. And then he got coaching by me for like 3 to 4 months, and he got to Emerald when he was Bronze 4, and we did like 2 or 3 coaching sessions. And this is all the chat, all the proof, all everything, right? Like when I very first coached him, I can even show you guys. Why? Is because he didn't have bad patterns. I just built him like a base. He was okay. Never mind. He was Silver 4, and he got to like actually I don't know if he got to Platinum or if he got to Emerald. Let me just check it. I really don't know. Maybe he got to... Okay, so he was gold. I think it's platinum. But honestly, getting platinum in your first season when you play, again, it is quite good. It is quite good. Yeah, I guess he got platinum 4 in 190 wins, so in like 400 games. I guess it's not like... I'm not telling you, boys, just, you know, you're gonna instantly climb to challenger if you get my coaching. That's bullshit. Like, that's bullshit. But if you really want to learn the fundamentals, the basics, especially because many of you, let's be honest, we don't play League. I started League last year. I started League like 2 years ago. No, like most of you play like 3, 4, 5 years. They, you know, you have bad patterns. And it's kind of hard to fix those bad patterns by yourself. Not gonna lie. Still crazy climbing though? Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. And now he just committed really well, look. By the way, isn't it very bad mid lane, the CS that mid laners have? Like, the farm is really relative to the game, right? How much you're gonna fight. It's Nico versus Anivia. I guess on Anivia you could have more farm, but it's full tank Anivia. Also, Nico doesn't really farm very well. She fought like 24/7 and she got catches mid lane. So this kind of thing that you're gonna have 250 farm in 20 minutes, 25 minutes because you're challenger, it's kind of bullshit. And even for AD carries, both AD carries are crazy good. They don't have 10 farm per minute because they just understood when they need to be in the fight and when they are not in position where they can actually prioritize the farm. So I really like this. Lee Sin kick, Pyke hook, Anivia wall, Rumble ult. He's respecting, he's ulting. And now, because there is no threat, we just commit. That's what we waited the whole life. I have a good question. When Dragon fight is about to begin, AD carry should be contesting or pushing mid wave. But by doing that, you probably just put yourself in an awkward position As the carry, maybe you will be late in the fight, so should be prioritized. What should you prioritize in this situation? June, you should prioritize the farm in most cases. Getting mid push is important. And at the same time, if your teammates are already in a fight or they are very, very close to, you know, being in about to fight, like Blitzcrank is about to hook or something, there are cases where you can, you know, ignore the mid wave. Ignore the mid wave and just move to the fight. But in most cases, you always prioritize to push mid wave. It just depends on many things. It depends on the distance between the fight, the number advantage, the threats, like how much vision we have, where are the enemy teammates, what kind of chance we have, how can they engage, because if they have like Sona support with jungle needily, maybe your teammates are not in threat, so they can actually wait till you can push the wave, you know? If the fight is like right there, it's too far, so if you're mid lane, you prioritize what's in front of you, which is the wave. So it depends on like multiple factors, you know? But most cases, you just get the wave. Depends, it always depends. Yeah, well, I would say that there are more cases where you prioritize the wave, but of course it depends. Yeah, great game. So this is Korean Challenger, and I feel like this is a true definition of what is AD carry. Is it like, was he carrying 1v9 completely crazy? No. He just adapted with his teammates. Did he make calls himself by like a crazy guy? No. He just adapted with his Pantheon. He adapted very well with the Pyke. He adapted very well with the team. And he took, like, look, even now, he's with his team. He's not playing by himself. He's a bit of reactive, if I may, right? He's not the guy that dictates the game, the tempo. He's like playing really well around his teammates. And of course, in high elo, jungle matters a lot, and support. In low elo, of course, it also matters. But in low elo, if you're super good AD carry, you can still farm and you can still get to your items, even if your jungle and support are bad. But in high elo, yeah, AD carry is more dependent on jungle, because if enemy team has a good jungle, then he's not gonna let you play the game at all. That's how League of Legends is, man. You always have to adapt the situation and the team. Well, yeah, of course. You have to be like Mahorga. If we kick, what's that? And this should be the game. So now he actually takes red buff. Interesting that he didn't recall and then takes red buff. He takes red buff and then he recalls, but now he wasted the red buff. But I guess he did it for items, so it's still good. Yeah, very great, very stable, very consistent. This is the definition of AD carry. You don't need to be the hero, you just need to be so fucking good that you're so consistent, that you don't die so much, but you do a lot of damage, but you also adapt to your teammates. You can make the difference between ignoring your teammates, but also helping them based on scenario. You need to be able to identify the fights that you want to pick. The fights that you want to pick, the waves that you want to get, and of course mental is super important. Like, look at here. Like, look at this one. Look at Lucian. There is Rumble ult, there is Jhin ult, there is Anivia wall, right? So Rumble ult is this range actually, it's a lot. Anivia wall is this range, Lee Sin kick is this range with the Q, Pyke is like Q here, and then maybe E here. So all of this is like threat for him. He has all of these circles in his brain, okay? So pay attention to how well he plays here. He has all these circles in his brain. Pay attention to him. He doesn't, you see this? He doesn't feel forced because they just have a lot of threat. Now, since Rumble ulti was used, he dashes in and he plays really well. And then he dashes in when Nico goes in. He plays super well around threat, not gonna lie. And that's pretty much GG. Korean AD carry challenger. Guys, let me know what you think about this game. Let me know if you like this kind of videos. And let me know what other pro players you'd like me to watch. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I hope you enjoy this. See you in the next one.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.